So Amesh, we've been talking and you talk about proxy signals, but I want to just drill down a little bit because I think we know a proxy signal that leads a lot of people astray. And it's a data signal that a lot of people use because it's easy to get, and that is employee count, right? So we think if it's big number of employees, must be a big company, and we all want big companies, we want big deals, so we got to go after them. But I mean, we see time and again that employee count as a proxy for your ideal customer doesn't always work out that way. What have you found?
So David, where did you learn segmentation?
Well, start off in marketing school, right? Segment your market.
School. Got it. So how many years ago was segmentation, the concept of segmentation was born? When was it invented? The idea of segmentation.
Oh gosh, I remember,
100 years ago.
Yeah,
Let's imagine it's 100 years ago.
Sure, yeah.
So for 100 years, you have been using the idea, and you were taught that the only way to segment your data was using this employee count. Now, do you believe that every single record in your database has the most accurate employee count?
No, of course not. Those numbers are generally readily available, but they aren't necessarily accurate, but they tend to be easy to get, right?
They tend to be. So what you're saying is, it's an approximate signal, it's easy to get, your mind has been trained to use that for a long time, and so that's traditionally that's been used, and so everybody knows it, and you tend to use it. So you want to be a standout company, but you still rely on a signal that was invented maybe 100 years ago. I look at that signal. Why you use employee size is not for employee size. You have no love for that particular signal, but basically it denotes a size of the company. If the size of the company is what you're looking for, then are there better ways? And the question that you should be asking is, what are better ways of finding out the size of a company? Mm-hmm. Because today, I might, like FedEx, maybe look at the tens of thousands of employees that FedEx has, versus there could be a tech company with a similar size of revenue, but what is the employee size out there? Yeah. So what are you looking at? So employee size is no longer the best proxy for the size of a company, unless you are a payroll solution and you charge based on the number of employees.
Well, it may not be the best proxy for any number of solutions.
You are absolutely right. It is not the most accurate signal for everything. What you are wanting is the size of a company. The size of a company can be found in different ways. For example, could customer reviews tell you versus somebody has 10 reviews versus somebody has 5,000 reviews? Does it tell you the number of customers specifically in a small business setting that they have? They're both selling to small businesses. One has 50, one has 5,000. What does it indicate to you? It's a size issue out there. Size can come through many other proxy signals. Like for our own business, here is what we found out. We were looking at what's a good size of a company that could use our buzzboard product, and we said, okay, gosh, it was the number of employees. As we surveyed the customers and we spoke to them, we figured out, wait a minute, the number of records in the CRM, of number of small business records that they hold in their CRM is a great signal for us. It didn't matter to us whether they are 10 employees or 100 employees. They would have a need for us based on the number of businesses that are there in their CRM. Now, when we ran the survey, found there was no correlation between the number of employees and the number of records in their CRM. So imagining that if we were only targeting 500 employee size companies, we would have missed out on at least 75% of the market that would have a need for our products. So finding out the right proxy signal to denote the size of the company is very critical to your business.
Right, so in other words, leaving money on the table because you're using the wrong signal to identify and prioritize your accounts.
It is not just leaving money on the table. Absolutely, that's a lot. But guess what? your whole strategy as a company could be in a very dire strait. You would leave room for the competition to come and kill you, because there could be a competition coming in from a different area of the market, and you say, I already had this solution, it was just fit for them. You just didn't look at from a different perspective. So it's about perspective taking, the right signals, the right proxy signals, because there are a lot of digital signals available today,
sure,
which was not available 50 years ago, which was not available 30 years ago, which was not available 20 years ago. In the last 5 years, 10 years, the digital footprints that are available, you need to harness the power of those digital signals and the digital footprints and use them, leverage them in defining who your customer is, where is your market, what kind of conversation you should be having with them.
Great, thank you.